Hello, everybody. So, another viewer question here. It's from John Michael. Great last name, by the way. If I'm ready to mix down a song, how can I use reverb on my voice and De-Esser at the same time if I can only use one effect at a time? Reverb and De-Essing are essential in standard mixdown techniques. So, I forgot to bring this down. Okay, hold on. So, how do we do this? All right, so what I did, I recorded, I went on to Microsoft's Copilot and I said, write me a poem that has a lot of S's. So it wrote me a poem which is, I don't know if it's plagiarized or whatever. I just asked it to do it, and it's called Serenade of the Silvery Stream. So right there, a lot of S's. So that we can use the De-Esser. So how do we do this? Okay, first things first. Let's go over to our board here. Now I recorded this on track 1. So this is how it sounds just without anything. So, Serenade of the Silvery Stream. In the wilderness, where the sun caresses, a serpent slithers. It scales like glistening dresses. So you can hear the S's there. All right. So first off, you want to add reverb to that. And it sounds like you want everything to be internal. Reverb, lucky you, reverb can be stretched across everything. So there's 2 ways to do this. The first way I'm going to show you is how I would handle it. This issue you're having, which is using the system as using your inputs here as extra channels for your mixdown. So your track 1, which in my case is the vocals. So if I go into mixer, so first let's assign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a usual reamping style of things. So I'm going to have it come through. I'm going to have track 1. So let's do that first while I'm here. So track 1. Let's go to mixer. Track 1. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to use any of the effects on here. Effects 1 is going to be the internal reverb. 1 is reverb. It will always be that. 2 can be whatever you want it to be. 2 is effects sent out. It doesn't have any. It has no internal attachments. So what I do is, as I always say, go full tilt, set it to pre. And we're going to do the same with the effects send out, or the effects send 1. We're going to set it to pre so that we're not using track 1 at all for sound. So everything is going to go out pre. So it's pre-fader. That's what you want. This way you're not mixing anything. So now what we're going to do, we're going to use track H, because I have it coming out from send 1 or send 2 is coming out from the back going into input H right here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go in that we're on the mixer on this one. Actually, yeah, track 1. Hold on. Let me just. Do I need? You know what? I don't need that set. So we're not going to use the effects send there because I want to get the De-Essers out first before I do that. So let's go to the mixer. So we go here. So we're going to track H. Now to make this work, what we have to do is, first off, we have to assign track H to the stereo bus. So you have many different ways to do this. You can push the stereo button, stereo select over here. You can use the cursors to go down. I use the cursor to go down. I think, yeah, the jog button or the jog wheel acts as an on-off switch. So I want to turn on track H. So there, I've now turned on track H. I use the jog wheel. So now it is assigned to the stereo bus. What does that mean? That means that it is now, this channel is now its own tiny little mixing board. So all these things will work on this. So the next thing I want to do, I want to insert effects. Why am I doing this on track H or an input H? Because I want to use dynamic effects, because that's where De-Esser is. So go to De-Esser, dynamic effects. So let's select De-Esser. Right now I should be able to hear it coming through. So let's see.
Serenade of the silvery stream. In the wilderness, where the sun caresses,
so it's coming through.
Serpent slithers. It scales
Let's go back
like
to dynamics.
glistening dresses. The cypress trees sway, their branches a soft tress, and the breeze whispers secrets, a gentle mistress. The grass beneath my feet, a verdant carpet, where dew-kissed blades weave a silent sonnet, and the essence of the morning lingers, a fragrant...
Okay, so as you can see, it's taken out. If I start over again,
Serenade of the silvery stream.
So it has taken out. I'm just going to do full tilt frequency, full tilt. Try again.
Serenade of the silvery stream.
All right, so it's taking it. It's now taking out the S's. So, it's taking out the high sp out of them. Good. So that's now done. So now, why am I doing it this way? Well, this is because this way my vocals are now going into input H. They're getting de-essed because you don't have a way of doing this from after you've recorded it. Like this is a workaround that will work for mix downs. You can't. It's not possible to do it another way. But that's beside the point. This is what we're doing. So I'm doing this as if this is my final mix down. I want to get rid of the S's. So there, I'm getting rid of the S's now. So now we go back into the mixer for input H, and we go over to our send here. We put this on to post. So whatever level we're at here, that's what it's going to use for post. Now, how do you set this effect? Well, you hit the effect button. You're in the send section. You can tell because you got the guitar here. So that's what you were looking at. You were looking at the insert effects, which is guitar. This is the send side. That's like if I hit guitar here, it says send, because I'm working on the send side. So now I'm going to use the reverb in here. I'm going to turn it on. We'll just once again start over.
Serenade of the silvery stream.
Now, how high do I have it? Go to the mixer.
Where the sun caresses, a serpent slithers. It scales like glistening dresses.
There you go.
The cypress trees sway, their branches a soft
so now I can
tress, and the breeze whispers secrets, a gentle mistress. The grass beneath my feet, a verdant.
So doing this is for mix down. Now, if you want to have control over your vocals and you don't want to do it this way, what I would do is record onto another track, of course. So track 1 on this machine is set for my vocals. Hasn't been de-essed, but I want to de-ess it and I want it to go on to a track. Now, as soon as I go to assign and I take it off of the stereo select area, the stereo bus, let's assign it to track 2. So it's now assigned to track 2. So what does that do? Well, now this is the track. So in the mixer on the input H, everything from this point over does not matter. So it's not going to use the send post thing. So if I go and I play it, let's just make sure I don't have anything turned on track 2. I do not have anything turned on track 2, just to show you. So now, as you can see in the mixer right now, it has on input H, it's using the effects loop, send 1. We're not using that now. So let's play it. Can't hear it because it's going to track 2.
Blades weave a silent sonnet.
I've just brought up
essence of the
track
morning
2.
Lingers, a fragrant garnet.
And if I go into dynamics,
their melodies,
and I turn this off,
and sweet garnet, the moon rises, a luminous crescent, casting a silver.
So you can hear it's taking away the S's. I guess when I do it, I don't have that bad. Maybe it's the way I say S. It's not as bad as for other people. I don't find it that annoying. I know there are certain people who it can get a whistly and annoying, but this is, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way it works for me. But either way, it's now set up that way. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking at this as I want to be able to control my track 2. I want to be able to control the levels for my vocals. So I'm still going to, this is pre-mixed down now. This is, and all we're doing is we're just using it as a de-esser. We're not worrying about using reverb at this point because I'm not doing the mix down. So, I've now got on track 2. I'm going to now go and record what I had done, and it's going to put it all on track 2. So it's going to go through track 1, which is my unclean vocals. It's going to go out the effects loop, back in onto input H using the de-esser. It is now going to record it onto track 2. I know it's confusing, but that's what it's going to do.
Serenade of the silvery, the grass beneath my feet, a verdant carpet.
All right, I'm going to stop there because it's enough for me. So, all right. So now what I've done is I've recorded on track 2. Track 2 now has the de-essed version. So what I can do is I can now go and on track 2, go to mixer, and I can do whatever I want. I can do pre or post. I'm going to do pre. Well, I'll do post. And then I'm just going to put the effect up for send 1. Send 1 is now is reverb. The nice thing about using the sends this way for the reverb, you can put it on all the tracks. It doesn't. It's not bound by the insert effects. The insert effects is designed differently. This is designed for you to use for everything. So now if I play it,
Serenade of the silvery stream, in the wilderness,
and this is just track 2,
where the sun caresses, a serpent slithers, its scales like glistening dresses, the cypress trees,
and then you can there you go. So that's how you do your mix down. So if you use effects send 1, that will use the internal. So that will use the send effects here. So you have reverb, chorus, reverb, chorus, delay. There was more on there. No, I guess that's it. Reverb, chorus, and delay. So either way, that's what you can use. Now, one thing I keep forgetting to say is you can save your settings here. You don't have to if it's just for this one song, but if like with the guitar thing here, you have it set up and you're like, oh, I love how that sounds. You can go to library and then you can save it in a preset. So as you can see, there's a bunch of presets here. And then when you save it in the preset, you can refer to it later on a different song and say, oh, I want to use this one. Now, I keep forgetting to tell people that. So that's one of the nice added bonuses. One day I got to sit down. I got to make a video of just everything that I know and that I keep forgetting to tell people. So if you want to do that, that's just what it's there for. And you can do the same on here. So you can go and you got all these presets here, and you can go and you have, I'm not sure, you have 10 user spots to put your stuff in. So you can go and you can play around with what they have here, or you can make your own or save your own. So I really hope this helps you out. Yeah, this is my video today. Yeah. Once again, thanks for the questions. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Really enjoying this. Talk to you later. Bye.